Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in. It's KegCast number 9, and I'm joined by a very good friend of mine, special guest, host of the Fantasy Sports Network morning show, Make It Rain, Mr. Joe Ranieri. What's going on, Joe?
What's up, brother, man? What is going on? Where are the rest of these degenerates I keep hearing about?
Yep. We're building a small army.
One degenerate at a time.
That's it, bro.
Yep.
I'm so happy that you came on for a few minutes. So let's talk about what we just witnessed in that Memphis UConn game.
I can't.
We both had Memphis, right?
Yep.
They're up 14 with about 7 minutes to go in the game.
Mm-hmm.
UConn starts chipping away. We're up 8 with 2 minutes to go. UConn misses about 20 shots. The last 2 minutes of the game, they get 8 rebounds.
Yep.
So we're up 7, and I think we're up 8, and then unexplainably, the point guard on Memphis fouls a UConn player, sends him to the line. Why? I can't fathom why.
I have no idea why.
He goes to the line. He makes one. Now you're holding a ticket minus 7.5.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So they're up 7, and then they miss one. They're up 7. Memphis gets the rebound, and UConn make about 3 fouls they commit on Memphis, and the refs just want to go home. They don't even call fouls. Now, what's your thoughts on the last 2 hours of what you just witnessed?
I'm still trying to get over it. I really am. Memphis and Hardaway. You can all of it. You know, I can't. Plus, I had 7.5, not to mention that. So I even got screwed there. But I had them in the second half, too, because I figured there's no way they were laying 2 in the second half, and it was over under 80.5 in the second half. And I'm going, they can't score. And I'm like, they'll be lucky to score another 30 points being Connecticut. And, of course, they dropped 41 just to screw us all over. And that's why I hate betting on 18-year-olds. That's why I hate it.
I say that all the time. I say that constantly. Oh, Chris is joining us. Chris, you got a lot of feedback, bud.
Is there? Okay, I'll probably go away in a little bit here.
Yeah. Chris, Joe Ranieri.
Good point, Joe, about betting on 18-year-olds. Nice to meet you, Joe.
Nice to meet you too,
exactly.
man. Yep, brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal.
Now, Joe, do you have a piece of this Cincinnati-Houston game?
No, unfortunately, I'm watching this bag of shit right now. Yes, I am. All I know is I faded Christian Hackenberg, and that's where I'm gonna go with this. Because as soon as I saw he was the quarterback, I'm like, I'm gonna fade him and hang out with the home team here. So I'm going with Birmingham here.
As a Jets fan, I could say that is a smart move.
Yes, exactly. As a fellow Jet fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is just brutal.
That is terrible. I'm watching it on my iPad.
Yep.
So now fill me in, because I was capping the UFC card all day yesterday, and I watched that. So now there's no kickoffs, right?
No kickoffs, no extra points. Got to go for 2 all the time. I mean, it really. I can tell you right now, the pace of the game is a lot of fun to watch, and I would say that you're looking at a bunch of guys that would be probably. I would say practice squad guys, and I think that's what a lot of them are here. But I can tell you, it's still better than what you're getting in college football. So it's actually the level of play has not been that bad. But these are a bunch of practice team players, which of course are still going to be better than 18, 19-year-olds at watching Vanderbilt play.
We don't see you. We see the game right now.
Yeah, I know. I switch it back for you there.
Now, how much money do you think they had to pay Steve Spurrier to get him off the fucking couch?
Well, it's all a bunch of has-beens and wannabes here. I'm shocked Stoops didn't end up coming here, and he went to the USFL rather, the XFL that's coming. I'm shocked that he decided to go there instead of this. But Singletary's on the sidelines here from Memphis. there's a lot of experience on the sidelines for these games, and you're going to have 10 games, right? 10 weeks, 10 games. So I know the ratings last night beat whatever the NBA was throwing out. So
no kidding.
Yeah.
The ratings were really good.
Yep.
Really? Now, Chris said yesterday there's no commercials. Is that true?
No, they
But
run
what they have is
60% less, I think, right?
Yeah, what they have is they have like a split screen where on the left side they have the sideline, in between, switching from offense to defense. On the right side they got the commercial, which is cool. But they do go to about one full commercial break where it's nothing but commercials on the TV, But one thing I want to ask you, Joe, and also Jay, is that what's great about it is when they do a booth review, you can hear the guy reviewing the call looking at the monitor, and that's awesome.
Yeah. That was in the San Antonio game last night. They did that where you could hear the communication. They had a camera in front of the guy in the booth, and he's explaining to him, this is what I'm seeing, and this is how much time's on the clock. You got to put the ball here. So that's for the first time that we've ever really had a chance to hear what goes on in the replay booth, which was kind of cool. That was really cool.
That is cool.
And they haven't used it yet, but they got that ref in the sky, that eye in the sky thing, that if there's a blatant missed call, you won't have to stop the game in order to be able to review it and do all of that. The call comes in right away, and they'll make the adjustments within 15-20 seconds.
Joe, I'm on the FanDuel site, and they don't even offer it. I can't even bet on it.
On the which one? On the
really? FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm looking right now just to throw a couple bucks on the fuck around. I can't even bet it.
Yeah, I got it on.
You rocking with 5 times? I've been with 5 times for many years.
No, well, I switched over all legal now that I'm in the state because of real-time PayPal transfer. Can't beat that.
Yeah, no, I got it on UWager. Yeah, I got. This was laying through. It was so funny how it came down. All these totals were over in the 50s. On Friday, and then all of a sudden, neither one of them came close to hitting last night. So now they're all in the mid 40s now. Well, it was amazing how hard they dropped.
Oh, they were in the 50s yesterday?
They were all in the 50s. Yes. Yep.
Now we got a 48 on the Arizona Salt Lake game. So,
you got any NBA action going, Joe?
I have the Lakers getting 7. 7.5 rather. I got the Lakers getting 7.5. They've covered the last 5 or 6 on the road, and the road teams usually dominate between these two teams in the series. And I think LeBron's a little well rested. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to keep this closer than most people think.
I can't argue that. They're down 9 right now at the half. I mean, I remember like in the mid 90s when like Charles Oakley and Ewing, like the final scores would be 88-92.
Yeah.
They got 76 points at the half.
Yep. That's crazy. That is crazy.
It's absurd.
Yep. I also have I got a college game going on too at the Mo Valley there. Illinois State, Missouri State. I've got the under there at 128.5.
128. Wow, that's a low total.
Yeah. It's the 2 best defensive teams in the conference there, and they've got 9? They got 59 at half. So far so good.
What's your thoughts on what you saw yesterday with Duke and Virginia?
Congratulations. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. I mean, you're looking at probably 2 number 1 seeds or close to it.
Right.
Those 2 teams are pretty damn good, and they're probably 2 of the best teams in the country right now.
I can't believe what Duke did from 3. Going into that game, they were 29% from long range on the year.
Yep. They're still terrible from 3. I mean, it's they had a great game, but I don't think they haven't done that consistently all year.
I completely agree. Yep. I think Virginia wins that game if they don't go crazy.
Yes. Yep. I agree. I'm looking at the Lakers Sixers second half here, and it's pretty much a pick 'em at this point.
Yeah, I have the live line is Sixers minus 9.5 total 256.5.
For the second half?
No, for the just total game.
Oh, okay. But I'm looking at the second half right now.
What's the total in the second half?
115.
What are the team totals?
I don't have a team total on here.
No.
I have the total points over 115.
Total points over 115. How did they not go over that?
76-67. You know, will the Lakers keep it closer?
Yeah. Will they put up 60 again?
Yeah. Will they be able to do that? That's a good point. That's a good question.
That first quarter was 40-39.
What do you have on the what do you guys have on the Cincinnati-Houston game? Because that's in the second half, too.
I'm going to jump in and live bet that what we got.
I took Houston -4 pregame. So I'm sitting with that.
They're laying 2.5 in the second half. Over under is 70 in the second half.
You know what, Joe? These teams are close, but it's hard not to back a team that's 20-1 at home.
Yeah.
They're 20-1 on the year, and they've just dominated at home. I just can't see them losing this game. As good as Cincinnati is, I think they came into the game 20-3.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think the score is about where I thought it would be because they both play phenomenal defense. But I think Houston wins this game by 5.
They're going to be able to put up 34 is what they have, 67 in the first half?
Yeah.
7 is 9 is 59. 59 would be 120. Okay.
Chris, you bet anything today? You got any action?
I'm going to jump in on this on the Houston line. If it gets a little bit lower, I want 2.5 or 1.5. But let's see if Cincinnati comes out and jumps up on them. We're all on the Cougars, right?
I'm on Cincinnati.
Oh, you took the Bear. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Houston. I'm on.
No,
Houston.
You took Houston.
Yeah,
right.
that's what I thought you said. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a better number in game. Late to the party on that Houston Cincinnati, but
I'm going to take the Lakers. Pretty much pick them second half, and I'm going to take Houston laying 2.5 in the second half.
I'll jump on that Lakers game.
Let's jump on that.
I'll jump on that Lakers game with you. They're a pick in the second half.
Second half.
Plus a half. Yeah, they're plus a half in the second half.
Houston came into the game 7-1 against the spread as a single-digit favorite on the year.
Damn.
Yeah.
You said take Lakers second half?
I'm going to take Lakers second half. Yeah. Second half, it's a 0.5 point.
Yep.
Yep. I'm riding that. So what else is going on, Joe? You the podcast you do, man, everybody on that goddamn show kills it. It's amazing.
Yeah, they got some guys that can bring it, man. Yeah, some dudes that can bring it.
You found a good bunch.
Yeah, these guys are the real deal.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing I want to say real quick about the game, the Lakers Sixers game. Joel Embiid puts up more points against the Lakers than any other team.
Is that right?
Yeah. Does he really?
Yeah. I heard on the radio this morning. So
Chris is out in California.
He's the only guy that does it.
Whatchamacallit? Those trendy bet plays, they cash at a absurd number.
Yeah, they do. They've been crazy the whole year. They've been well over 60%. Man, they've done really, really well, and I think they're doing even better in college too.
Even those halftime Magic guys kill it in the second half of games. Yeah.
He went 13-3 yesterday.
That's absurd.
Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah, he went 13-3. Was crazy. And so far, he's 3-1, 4-1 today.
Were you able to catch any of the UFC last night?
I just the highlights afterwards. I caught him. I was down at the casino when it was happening.
Oh, okay.
And I was stuck at a table, and I was trying to peek around the corner there on one of the TVs as it was going on. But it was just kind of screwy once once the main match got all screwed with a hernia. Like, what the fuck? What was that? What was that shit last minute?
I don't know. Supposedly, like, something literally popped out of the guy's body, like, yesterday.
Damn.
I find that hard to believe, though, man. You don't just wake up with a hernia one day, like the day of a fight. If he would have told them a week ago, they could have found Kelvin Gastelum an opponent, and at least the main event wouldn't have went to shit. The main event was a joke. Anderson Silva, I love him. He's the greatest of all time, but he's going to be 44 in a month and a half.
Yes, he is. He ain't no spring chicken.
Going against he went up against a phenom. He's probably the best young MMA fighter in the game. Like it was a joke. It really was a joke. It's terrible. Portland's up 11 right now, going into the fourth quarter against the Mavs. The line is
they were laying 4 originally.
Yeah, they're laying 9.5 right now.
Oof.
Yep. The money line's -4,000 if you want to make a quick 100, Joe.
How much?
-4,000.
Damn.
Fucking people. They got balls, man.
Yep.
The prices that they charge. Amazing.
Let's see what we got here.
Did anybody score an actual touchdown in that football game last night?
Yeah.
San Diego was just 1 touchdown.
Yeah, that was the under was definitely in play there.
Now, how long is this season? Do you know? What is there, 8 teams or something?
Goes to April.
Yeah. Okay. 10 weeks, so you got 10 games, but it's a nice little buffer between the end of the Super Bowl and college football and camp and everything else.
Yeah, so. I wish I could fucking quit my job if there was football all year round.
Yeah, I think this will be good.
CFL as well too.
Yeah,
AAF to CFL to NFL, so we got nonstop football finally.
I know Josh Johnson, who played a couple games for Washington as the quarterback. He's in this league, isn't he?
We had him he was San Diego Fleet. We had him, and then he's not going to come back and play.
Oh, okay.
He'll be a third stringer in the NFL after the way he played. He played well.
Yeah, he did. I thought he played well enough to be a backup in the league.
And it was apparent looking at our quarterback, the Fleet quarterback last night is terrible. Plus offensive line can't block, but it's still early on. First game of the AAF.
It must be slim pickings if they couldn't find somebody better than Christian Hackenberg to be the quarterback of a team. It must be slim pickings.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard enough to find a quarterback worth of shit in the NFL. So
yeah, that's
only going to get. But you're not playing NFL competition either, so they should be. This is it's like Penn State all over again for Hackenberg.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a team? Is there a team up here, Joe?
There is no. Everything is down south. It's all in the southern hemisphere here, across the Arizona, San Diego. Oh, there is one in Utah, though, right? There's the Salt Lake team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe so. But you are right. Like 7 out of 8 are pretty much in the south.
Yeah. I mean, weather-wise, it probably makes the most sense this time of year.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. When is the XFL going to be ready? This year or next year?
Next year.
Next year. Yeah, one more year.
Valparaiso is...
The NFL can learn a lot from this, what AAF is doing. Less commercials, having the booth reviews up in the booth. You can hear what he's talking about. It's not a catch, 1 foot in. The NFL can learn a lot.
It is great to be able to see their process up in the review booth. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm waiting for him to get a call from the Skycam here too. I can't wait to see how they implement that. And if you've also noticed, there's no holding calls either. They're not. There's not a lot of flags here.
Somebody said that in the chat last night. I thought it was a joke.
It's dead serious. Yep. Yeah, they're de-emphasizing offensive holding. They don't want holding like that. So, which is great. I mean, it's making the games fly. I mean, I'm as looking at it right now. I mean, look at this. It's 6-0. There's only 7 minutes left in the half right now. So
that is funny.
I mean, they're flying.
Also, I heard that you could send you
2.5 hours.
Yep.
You could send your game tape to like a website and they'll evaluate it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, listen, this is if you're one of those guys caught in between, man, and you even a gig in a practice squad's not a bad gig.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I wonder what the pay is.
It's not bad. I mean, I think that
$275 a year. Maybe I'm off on that on the AAF. I did read about what they're getting paid.
Wow, that's a nice payday.
Yeah, let me check on that real quick. Let's see what that is.
Yeah, no, it's actually not. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, you got Trent Richardson, for Christ's sakes, is here trying to make something out of himself here.
That's incredible.
Yep,
that's incredible. From Alabama to a complete bust in the NFL, and now he's playing in this league. Valparaiso's up 2 against Loyola Chicago at the half. 24-22. That's a really fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, I stand corrected. It's actually a 3-year, $250,000 contract, so $75,000 per season.
Per season.
Players.
Right.
Still, that's not that bad for 10 weeks.
No.
Oh yeah, $75K.
Can't beat that.
Make it enticing. Get some good players in there. So.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. Oh, Ant, you want in, bro? I'll send you the invite. Larson.
Let's see here.
Anything on Georgia Tech Notre Dame game coming up here in about an hour? -5.5. May bet that in game. Take Notre Dame like lowest number possible if it gets lower than 5.5.
I'm going to look into that game now, actually, as we talk.
The other game I took tonight was the Stanford game. Stanford getting I think 5.5 is it was out. It opened up at 6.5, and there's been some money coming in.
They've been playing well lately.
Yeah, and I don't like Oregon. I think they're about as inconsistent as they come. I think they're 3-2 in their last 5 home games, conference home games. So, and they're just 11-10 ATS. So I like the way Stanford's been playing the last couple of games. I think they're a live dog to win outright. They're a money line favorite as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, Oregon. What's up, Ant? Once they lost ball,
mm-hmm.
It was downhill for them.
Yeah.
Chris, man, you're killing me.
What happened?
A lot of feedback. What's going on, Ant? Joe's on the show.
That's probably Ant.
Hey, Joe. I've been watching.
What's going on, man?
I've been watching you guys for a minute. It took Jay how long to finally look at the chat and see I've been talking soccer with you guys for like the last 15 minutes.
Who's monitoring the chat room here, man? Who is it?
It's
right now I'm watching Valpo and Loyola Chicago. I took Valpo +3 on the second half.
You got anything else on the board?
No, my earlier bet Oral Roberts over for 141.5. Oral Roberts South Dakota hit. I sent that to you, Jay. And then I had some soccer this morning. I was watching soccer all morning.
Yeah, Stanford's won 4 of their last 5 Pac-12 games.
Yeah, I think they're a live dog. I really do. I don't trust Oregon at all, and I think Stanford's been playing really consistently and really solid.
Yeah, and Oregon's only 11-10 against the spread on the year. So
yeah, not good.
They're back in. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Take them on the money line.
Yeah, that's what I did. Because I really do think they can win this game outright. I think they'll.
It's got to be what +200, more than that, right?
Currently
180.
I'm gonna have +205.
Do a 70.
Yeah.
Take
At a
+5.5,
195
70%, 30% on the money line. 70-30 split.
Yep. Yeah, that's usually what +5, +5.5, +190. Yep. Total's 138, so they don't expect a lot of scoring.
No,
+190. I'm getting +205 on Stanford money line.
What do you got it at now?
+205.
I got a +190. Yeah,
that's not bad. Is Northwestern really 10 points better than Iowa? I'm not impressed with Iowa.
No, not better, less. Yeah, no, they're
I
getting
mean 10. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
Are they 10 points worse than Iowa? I haven't been impressed with Iowa this year. Northwestern hasn't been playing well lately, though.
I would not touch Northwestern on that, Jay. Northwestern sucks.
Yeah, they haven't been playing well lately, but I'm really not that impressed with Iowa either.
I mean, Iowa's a lot better than Northwestern. I mean, I wouldn't lay the 10, but I'm not backing Northwestern on the road against Iowa. And Iowa's clearly a better team.
I took East Carolina getting 12.5 as well.
You know, Joe, if that line would have been like 9, I was going to lay it with South Florida. I sent it to one of my guys that buys the package. I was like, do you have a line on South Florida yet? And he said it was last night it was 13.5. And I just thought that was too many points.
The problem is South Florida shoots 60% from the free throw line, and they get to the free throw line, I think, more than any other team in the they're like one of the top 3 or 4 free throw shooting teams in the country. They only shoot 60%, which means your offense is about as inconsistent as it comes. How the hell are you laying 12.5 points? Like,
yeah,
if you're missing 40% of your free throws, like, seriously?
Yeah, I thought that line would have been a lot less than it was, and it's already dropped 1.5 points since last night. What did you get it at?
12.5.
Okay.
Yep, 12.5.
Yeah, it was 12.5 right now. It was 13.5 on the overnight, but only a couple people had the line because I didn't have the line until this morning.
Yeah, what is it first half too? It's 7 in the first half.
South Florida has played really well at home, though. That was my only concern.
Yeah, I mean, I just hate when teams who can't. If 50% of your offense half the time is coming from the free throw, and you can't make free throws, especially down the stretch, how the hell are you going to cover 13 points?
I agree with that. I think it's too many points too. I agree with that.
I hate those double digit favorites there with inefficient offenses.
Yeah. Northwestern's 12-10 on the year. Iowa's 18-5 on the year, and they're 12-2 at home. So maybe they are 10 points better than Northwestern. Northwestern 1-5 on the road this year. Wow, that's abysmal.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, Northwestern's not very good at playing basketball.
I guess that's why they are a 10-point dog today.
Yeah, I wouldn't back them. Iowa should kill them, but I wouldn't want to lay 10 points with Iowa.
I can't believe I pushed that Memphis game, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, that Oral Roberts.
Sometimes it pushes the win, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Joe got hooked.
I got fucking screwed.
Terrible.
The last 10 minutes was enough to drive me crazy.
I can't believe it, what I was watching in that game, man. I can't believe it.
What, the Memphis game?
Oh, and they gave up 8 offensive rebounds the last 2 minutes of the game, bro.
What are you doing fouling the guy you're up by 8 and you're fouling the guy on Connecticut with 10 seconds left? Like what kind of coaching is that? What are you doing?
It's crazy. And then the referees just wanted to go home.
Yes.
So Memphis was getting hacked up the court the last 10 seconds. The refs didn't call anything.
Nothing.
They were already in the car. In their mind, they were in the car.
That's the most frustrating thing about totals in college basketball is how they just foul. Like they have a minute left and they're down by 15 and they'll be fouling.
Yeah.
And
second half.
That blows so many unders.
Yep.
That blows so many fucking unders in college basketball.
And they're looking to.
That's why I stick to like first half unders. You don't get that if you bet first half unders, but you bet full game unders, you get fucked so many times.
They're looking to implement a rule for the tournament. Because so many people are getting beaten by last-second buzzer beaters after the clock has expired, that they're looking at implementing a rule for the tournament that at the end of the game, buzzer beaters have to be reviewed because people are taking a beating.
No, you had 2 in 3 days with the same ref. It's not a good look.
Exactly.
Yeah, not a good look.
Exactly. Oh, I haven't talked to you since the Knicks traded Porzingis. What was your thought on that trade?
I thought it was great. I mean, why are Knick fans all upset about a guy that missed 60% of the games? Like, I don't understand. A guy's always hurt. Like, he's a walking medical nightmare, is what he is. When he's healthy, it's great, but I think he's missed more than 60% of the games that he's been on the Knicks for. So you can't rely on him.
I couldn't agree with you more. The first 5 minutes, I was like a little sad, and then I thought about it. He went into the office and told them, "I'm not re-signing at the end of the year, so you might as well trade and get something for me." They get a young player in Dennis Smith Jr., who was a good player, who we should have gotten.
They wanted originally, yeah. They wanted him, yeah.
Right. Instead of Emmanuel Mudiay, he should have already been on the team. They get two future first-round draft picks, and $30 million in cap space extra off the books next year. Yep. I don't understand how you can possibly be sad with that trade.
I think it's a win-win.
How I feel about it.
Yeah, it's a win-win for both.
How I feel about it is, didn't the Knicks suck already? So so they sucked with Porzingis. They're like a bottom 3 team in the league. So what's the problem?
You know what the problem?
Like, we traded our best player.
Everybody gets nervous.
It's a good trade. You're trying to rebuild.
Everybody gets worried about the fact that now we're going to have $75 million in cap space, but we have never been able to attract a real max player to the Knicks. Like Carmelo Anthony is a prolific scorer, but he was never a complete basketball player. He was not worth a max contract, in my opinion. Amari Stoudemire was a consolation prize when they couldn't sign the summer of LeBron James, when they couldn't sign him. We have the worst owner in professional sports. James Dolan is literally
he gets ripped.
Laughing stock. He's a joke. So everybody's like, "Oh, we'll have Durant and Kawhi here next year," and I'm like, "Are you on crack?"
Yeah, Kawhi's going to be on the Clippers. That's where he's.
Kevin Durant did. You know what, Joe? Kevin Durant did say publicly, "I'm going to whatever place pays me the most money." I do think the Knicks will offer him probably more than anybody else.
The question is, can he handle the media in New York? He can't handle the media in San Francisco for the Warriors.
That's a valid
He's
point.
so soft. The guy is just,
I can't argue with that.
We all know about KD and social media and whatnot.
He's soft as tissue, Chris. You're right about that.
Yeah, 100%.
And can I just complain for a minute about how I bet this Valparaiso Loyola Chicago game? Because now I'm forcing myself to watch it, and it is an abomination to basketball.
What side did you take?
Just set basketball back 20 years.
I took Valpo +3 on the second half, and now I'm watching it on my tablet. I have it to the side of my tablet, and my God, it is almost as bad as – okay, it's not ever going to be as bad as that Manhattan Siena game I forced myself to watch a couple days ago because I took Siena in that, but my God, air ball after air ball. When you drive to the lane for an easy layup, you think you can make the layup. It's 30-27 with 14 minutes left in the game. Jeez.
Lakers hanging tough, Joe.
Are they?
Yeah. Second half's looking all right.
89-96. 3 minutes in the third. Houston's up by 6 right now, 14 minutes to go in the game. That's about right. I figured that they should win this game.
We're going to see 250-plus points in this Lakers Philly game. In-game total. It's going to be like let's do it the in-game total, probably 255 or something like that.
Yeah, it was
260 and a half.
Wow.
260 and a half right now.
That's
unbelievable.
Shit. Yeah, you ever watch like a bunch of college basketball all weekend, and then when you try watching an NBA game, you're like, holy crap, what are all these players doing hitting open shots? and making layups. It's like crazy how the dichotomy between the sport when you go from like college to pros.
College kids are so streaky. If they're on,
Oh my god,
they'll go for 30. But if they're off,
yeah, I
they
know.
shit the bed.
The funnest part about watching college basketball is when you watch those garbage conferences with like this 5'11" white kid putting up 40 a game. And you're like, how the hell is this kid putting up 40 a game? And you're like, oh yeah, he plays for Marist or whatever.
Yep.
Mark Butterworth is the replay official in that football league.
Yeah, I'm looking at this play here. You see this one that's going on?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Yep. And it looks like there he is. Yep.
Now, Birmingham was the favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the live audio.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
I wonder how many people they have in the stands.
It wasn't many.
No, right?
It didn't look like there was many going on in there.
I didn't even know about this league until like a week ago.
Yeah. Me either.
Yeah.
Me either. Birmingham quarterback is named Perez Hammered. What?
No, his name is Perez. Yeah, the quarterback is.
Oh, okay.
And he's actually could very well be the best quarterback in this league.
He was
a D2 guy. Yeah, he was a
Division
D2
guy. Heisman.
Yep.
I didn't know there was a Division II Heisman.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Did you guys bet any hockey tonight? The Rangers are playing Toronto at 7:00. Tampa Bay against Florida. Oh, Florida's home. You going to that game, Joe?
No, God, no. Nobody goes to those games. Toronto, Toronto money line, I believe, minus 156.
Yeah.
At the Rangers, yeah.
Both totals are over 6.5. All these leagues, no matter what it is, just score more. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the more I'm looking at the Northwestern game.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
First period over.
Northwestern game here too. It fucking Northwestern's only averaged 50 points over the last 3 games. Ugh.
They're abysmal on the road.
Yeah, what is the under in this? What's the over under in this game?
144.5.
Oh God, they can only score 50. Jesus.
Yeah, that means they're asking Iowa to score 95.
Yep.
Well, the team totals are 77.5 and 67.5.
I don't know how they're going to get they haven't gotten there in the last 3 games, so I don't know how they're going to do that. Damn.
Yeah, I'm looking right now, actually, at what Northwestern's done. They lost 59-52 at home to Penn State. They lost 70-52 on the road to Maryland. They scored 46 against Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're averaging 50 points here. Like, where are they getting 67 from? Shit.
They've scored over 67 one time in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. The last 8 games, they've gone over 67 once.
That's what I'm talking about.
Iowa beat them on the road by 10, 73-63 on January 9th.
I'm looking at all
we want the Northwestern team total under.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
It's like, damn. I've got 144 too. That's a huge number for a team that's averaging 50 points.
Yeah, that's true. How do you score 46 in a basketball game? It's amazing.
It's crazy.
But the one a week ago, 24 total points in that college basketball game. Which one was that?
Wasn't it Virginia Tech, North Carolina State?
Incredible.
Yeah. That was Virginia Tech won that game with 47 points, didn't they?
Yeah. Yep.
So did the under hit?
Great to bet the alternative under on that plus $3. Under 80, something like that. That'd be insane.
I've got the Northwestern team total at 67.5 minus 120. I might have to take that.
That's what I got too.
You got to look at that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I might have to bet that.
That is crazy, man.
I might have to join you on that one.
Yeah,
they're on the road too. I mean, they're bad. They're bad.
The last score was they played each other. It was 76-66, I think. So that's 143, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was
142. Yeah, it's true. It's a 3-point game in Houston. 49-46 Houston.
Didn't you
I took Houston.
Who'd you take on that?
I took them Houston -4.
Oh, okay.
I didn't send it out, but I bet it personally. Chris, you got volume over there you can lower something? Because the
Champions League game right now.
I got no. There's nothing. Just me talking.
You bet soccer, Joe?
I don't know. I haven't, but I've got enough shit to bet on.
I would never bet soccer if it wasn't just for tailing him. I'm the same way. You and Alex.
Oh, yeah. I did some World Cup. That's about it.
No, I did all right this morning. All those soccer games that we talked about on last night's cast, other than Sampdoria, won. So. Steven was in the chat mentioning that he cleaned up on the soccer plays we were talking about yesterday.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
So, we said Man City was probably going to win, and so what did they do? They fucked the shit out of Chelsea 6-0.
Yeah.
Man City was up 4-0 30 minutes into the game. It was probably the biggest decimation I've ever witnessed. I could not believe how flat Chelsea came out in that game this morning.
I just bet that Northwestern team total under 67.5.
I'm looking at I'm trying to get the second half total here in this football game too. Now that it's 9-0. Yeah. I'm dying to see what I'm wondering, can I bet that live? Let me see what we got here.
FanDuel said that it's not even a sport yet. They said we're not offering it.
What, that Alliance of America Football?
I don't have it on FanDuel.
Let me see. The Salt Lake Stallions and the Arizona Hotshots.
That's
How do you
tonight.
have a line for this game?
Yeah, you can't. There's no live. You can't live bet it, but I got games. I got game totals on it.
What's the second half total?
I'm waiting for it to pop up here.
Oh, okay.
I could live bet the Iron Express one. Birmingham Iron, Memphis Express. Live bet it. $5, not the other one.
That's funny.
That is hysterical.
How do you even set a line for a league that no one's even heard of? I don't get that. Like, how do you power rate that how did the bookies power rate that to determine who should be the favorite?
Because they had 4 preseason games that they were going off of.
Oh, really?
Yep, just like the rest of us. That's the unique thing, is that it's one of the first time that bettors and lines makers are on the same footing. Like, they got just the same information we have. So that's why you saw lines go from over-unders of 55 last night to 44 here today.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
They usually always have the data and the leg up on us, but they don't now.
What on earth made them think a 55 total was right?
I have no idea. Well, people were just hoping for offense, but it takes half a season for NFL teams to get on the same page offensively. What the hell you think's going to happen here?
Yeah, with worse players.
Yeah.
Okay, so Northwestern team total under 67.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
67.5.
Yeah, I just dropped a half. I printed out it was a half, so we had to drop a little bit.
Honestly, if they score 68 to beat me, so be it with the way they've been playing.
How do you go? Honestly.
Yeah.
It's not like this is a offensive juggernaut, this team.
Yeah, 100% right.
Hey, Jay, what color jerseys is Northwestern going to be wearing?
Oh, suck a dick. God.
Mistakes happen, Like
Joe. All right, you know what? Joe doesn't even know the story, so let me tell him the story. Last night, right?
Right.
Now, Joe, mind you, okay, in the last two fight casts we've had,
right,
I'm 12 and 3, okay? So let's table that. Put that in the back of your mind, okay?
Okay.
So we're watching a fight, okay? I bet on a guy. I'm rooting for the guy to win. He dominates, right?
Okay.
At the end of the fight, the guys on the chat are like, "Oh shit, we lost." I'm like, "There's no way that guy could have lost that fight. It's impossible." Joe, I was rooting for the wrong guy.
I had the wrong name, huh? Damn it.
I was rooting for the wrong guy because the guy that I bet cut his hair and had the exact hairstyle for like the last decade that his opponent had.
Oh.
I felt like we were laughing hysterical for about 10 minutes. Everybody in the chat was crying in laughter. Okay.
Oh my God.
Now we did hit that 2-team parlay though on the last two fights though.
We fucking hit everything except 2 bets because I've loved the sport for 19 years. The first time I ever make a mistake like that, and it's on YouTube forever.
Of course. Yeah, why wouldn't you have it any other way?
And now Anthony will not shut the fuck up about it.
Well, it's going to take a little while for you to get past that one, man.
He's not going to let me live that down.
It's going to take you a little while to get past that.
You're never living that one down, dude. I'm never going to let you live that down.
I watched it back last night, and I just cringed. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was watching it back too, and I cringed at my cackle. Oh man, I have a very high pitched cackle. I did not know I laughed at.
And you laid into me like you were riding a mule to the Rio Grande, bro. You wouldn't stop.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, pretty funny. I was, yeah.
When you were on your cackle, I had to take the earbud. I had to take this out. I'm like, this is too annoying. Like,
I could imagine. I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop it.
And Chris was
so
like,
funny.
you realize how good this kid is? You're really going to break his balls.
Picture,
And Anthony was unapologetic about it. He was like, yes.
What's up with your fucking Houston team here?
Yeah, I know they're down a point. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Jesus Christ, Houston!
I'm gonna take Houston in game -1.5, land 126. Small.
That's a good call.
Yeah,
Houston's up by 1.
Yeah, they were just down by 1, but they were up by like 6 the whole game.
Mm.
Oh.
But you know what? I mean, they're both great teams. But I mean, they're the 12th best team in the country. They're 9-1 in conference. They haven't lost a game at home. They're 22-1 on the year. Yeah. I mean, it's hard not to back that team in a home spot.
Wow, look at this shit. Did you guys you see the what fucking crew is this here? What do they got going on? This is like the B team? What do they got here? Who are these people?
John O'Hara collecting more checks.
Out of that running back.
And don't forget the running backs either. You got Brandon Oliver, you got Matt Asiata, some names that we know from the NFL. These are going to be great. This is a team that leads the league in rushing.
Some familiar names out there. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to show you some of the plays.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my God. Look at the old ball coach shitting his pants already. God damn.
And how much money you think they had to pay Spurrier to get him off the golf course, bro?
He's probably that, or he's got stuck hanging out with his wife. So he's like, you know what? I'll take a gig.
Joe, you know who's running that league? Bill Polian.
Yeah, I know. Well, they've been talking about it for years, and it was they got Blandino and they got Mike Pereira, are the guys that are behind the refs, and so I mean they've got some really smart people behind it. I think it's going to work out, and once you can get the gambling community behind it, once you start getting that going, it'll be here to stay.
I hope so.
And it'll give guys another option. Okay, listen, you could really use another year or two, and it'll give the NFL an option to be able to go out and get some other guys too. Because the pickings are slim there sometimes, man.
Yeah, no kickers is pretty cool.
Yeah, and listen,
you can't get screwed.
Real football players, anyways.
You can't get screwed by a missed field goal.
Either.
Yeah, well,
no kickoffs, none of that.
Yeah, well, then what's going to happen is instead of 3-7, you're going to be at 2, 6, and 8 is going to be your key numbers then.
The key numbers, exactly right. Someone brought that up yesterday on a podcast with the AAF about that.
Yep.
Rob said it's designed to hopefully be like a minor league and developmental league for players in the off season.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for it. It's the one thing that they missed. They're the only damn league that doesn't have it.
You think you're going to see guys coming out of high school not going to college?
Well, you got guys that might say, you know what, after 2 years, fuck it, I'm done. And I'll just head over to, let me go play a year or two in this thing here and better competition anyway. These are all practice player guys. I mean, they're way better than what you would get at, fucking Kentucky.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, game's a lot faster,
somewhat
too.
Comparable to CFL players, you think, Joe, or CFL players
I would
pretty much
say probably a little
better?
Yeah, just I would say a hair better than that. I mean, most of the practice player guys are, they're NFL quality guys that just can't make a roster. They're still going to be better than most of what you're going to see that, an 18, 19, or 20-year-old can bring to the table.
Did Spurrier's team hang 40 last night?
Yeah. Well, Atlanta, you knew Atlanta was going to be terrible because they lost, the coach quit, Michael Vick quit, everybody quit on them. So you knew they weren't going to have their shit together.
Yeah. Spurrier last night got home and he's like, I still got it.
Yeah.
I'm an offensive genius.
You might see Tim Tebow back in here too.
Yeah, if he stops playing baseball for the Mets.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that would be great if he would. That would be fantastic.
Is Tebow still trying to play minor league baseball?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're going to bring him up to AAA this year, they said.
He's a cash cow. They're bringing him up so they can sell jerseys and tickets, and he's making that minor league system a fortune right there because they pack out every damn game he goes to. It's amazing.
Yeah. You know what, though? It's so emblematic of what the Mets would do. We are such a joke.
It is true, though.
Your team is going to be good this year, Jay, so shut up.
Yeah. All right. You know what, Joe?
Yeah, they are.
This from a guy who says the Mets win 90 this year.
Woo!
90.
I think they could. I think their win range is between 85 to 90 games.
Now,
Syndergaard was signed for the Mets. Syndergaard.
Every time I'm on the podcast, Anthony's the one that I tell you about that. I say, he's really, really solid in baseball, but the Mets are not winning 90.
No, not 90. No way.
That would be a hell of a turnaround, I'll tell you that.
Have you looked at their rotation? I mean, they picked up some bats.
We've had a great rotation for 4 years. We did make the World Series. I understand that. But we have no lineup. Our lineup is a joke, man.
Oh, God. We've been over this. I mean,
all right, yeah. You can count on Cespedes for 125 games a year, right? I love Conforto. He's a homegrown kid. Robinson Cano, how old is he? Going to be 38?
Right.
He's not
who else?
Old, but
he's got to be.
Cano is still he can still be a productive bat, and Nimmo is going to pop. You're being ridiculous.
We're two really good free agents away from winning 90 games. Let's be honest.
Then sign Harper.
Yeah.
Then sign Harper.
And that's going to be the biggest thing in the next 2 days. Harper and Machado.
You're pretending like you're in the biggest media market in the freaking world. Quit pretending like you're a small market team and sign fucking Harper already.
You're talking about an owner that blames it on Bernie Madoff, that he had his money invested with Bernie Madoff, and that's the reason why he can't really hammer the team with free agents. Never mind the fact that he owns a network. Yeah. He owns SNY. You know what I mean? I mean, New York is full of owners other than Steve Tisch and John Mara. For the Giants, we're a joke.
If the Mets play to their potential, they can win 90 games. It's not out of the realm. With that rotation, it's not out of the question that they can win 90 games.
Everything would have to break right. Everything.
You get a couple guys in your bullpen to short it. You got Wheeler, Syndergaard, and DeGrom. 1, 2, 3. Like, you don't need that much to break right.
No, but I'm talking about the lineup. Nobody can get hurt. Everything has to go right for you to win 90 games. Because we were looking at the season win totals, and like Cleveland, weren't they set at 90? So you expect us to be on par with Cleveland this year?
The Indians way
the
better.
The problem is the American League has really good teams and then garbage. There's a lot of parity in the National League. In the American League, we already know who's making the playoffs in the American League before the season even starts. In the National League, like 10 out of 14 or 10 out of 15 teams can possibly win the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, not really. The last 5 years, Washington, the Dodgers, and the Cubs have been automatics.
Washington's not automatic anymore.
I'm just saying, like
the
last 5 years.
They didn't even make it last year, and they lost Murphy. They're going to lose Harper.
I saw Harper. Did Harper?
The Cubs are not automatic. The Cubs are probably going to back. Lester's getting old. Who the hell knows what we're going to get out of Darvish? Quintana is extremely streaky.
Didn't Bryce Harper sign a short-term deal with San Fran? Or he's looking at signing a short deal?
San Fran offered his numbers deal, and he's not going to take it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his numbers in Giants at Stadium, Pac-Bell, are not good. Harper has terrible numbers at Pac-Bell Park where the Giants play in San Francisco. So that's a long shot, in my opinion. But Scott Boras' agent, see what he's always going to get the most money for his clients. So
what does he want? $40 million a year?
Anywhere.
Well, the problem is Harper turned down that 10-year, $300 million extension for the Nationals last year because he thought he was going to get raking it in this year. But like I said, the owners finally figured out it's stupid to pay guys 10-year contracts and get stuck paying them $35 million a year on the back end when they're 36.
Right.
The owners finally figured out that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey's probably right. The Brewers should be the favorite to win the NL Central. The Cubs still have a lot of firepower. The Cubs are still a pretty dangerous team. I wouldn't be surprised if they won between 90 and 95 games again. I also wouldn't be surprised if they took a big step back just because there's some inconsistencies in their starting pitching. You just don't know how old if those guys are all going to get old or not. And Quintana's untrustworthy.
Everybody in New York sleeps on Zach Wheeler because of the 2 years he was out with surgery. But he was the big hope before Syndergaard and DeGrom came around.
Wheeler was my biggest moneymaker last year. Zach Wheeler I made more money off Zach Wheeler starts than any other pitcher in baseball last season.
What about Blake Snell?
No, Wheeler made me more money than Blake Snell because everyone was on to Blake Snell. I mean, I made a lot on Snell also, but Wheeler, Snell got injured and missed like 2 months or like a month, but Wheeler never got injured. So Wheeler was always, I was getting underdog prices with him a lot, and I just kept taking him the first fives. I also took him on the first 5 unders too. Like first 5 unders was like bet anybody could ever make last year. Mets first 5 unders was the easiest bet to make last year in baseball.
76ers pulled away on the Lakers. They're down. They're up 17.
Yeah, they're pouring it on here as the Lakers are completely useless.
Yeah.
Good news is East Carolina's up 14-7 over South Florida.
17-7.
17-7. There you go. Even better.
They're plus 200 money line right now.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Wow, they put up
Valparaiso's
17 points.
Make me sweat.
They put up 17 points in 3.5 minutes. That's a lot in college.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to keep that pace up.
No. Yeah. Yeah, Valparaiso
game.
Tied.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh,
yeah. South Florida closing number was -12. Now we got -5.5 in game. So
yeah, look at that.
Both come back here.
I'm kicking myself for betting this game. Now I gotta watch this garbage. It's so bad.
Now you're sucked up into watching it. Terrible.
It's so terrible, dude.
Terrible.
So bad.
Just under 4 minutes.
43 with 3 minutes left. Are you kidding me?
Just under 4 to play in Houston. They're up 3 with the ball. They're up 5. That was a big bucket.
All right, fellas. I think I am packing it up because I have to be back here in 8 fucking hours. Good Christ.
I love the morning show, Joe. Keep killing it, man.
Yep. Don't love getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, though.
Yeah, that must blow.
That sucks ass. Yep. Plus,
Well,
hopefully by the time I get home, the Lakers will put me out of my misery. So,
thanks
go Stanford.
for coming on and hanging with us, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
That's
you
awesome.
guys,
thanks, Joe.
You guys rock, man. Good luck on the rest of the night, man. Clear house here, but go Stanford, damn it.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All righty, guys. Be good, man. I'll talk to you
later.
Later, guys.
Joe.
Later.
There it is, Joe Ranieri. Can't beat him. Can't beat him.
Yep, good guess there, no doubt.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great dude. So I like that. I like that Northwestern team total under he was talking about.
Yeah, I took it.
I think that's a good play.
It went down 0.5 points, so obviously it's trending to the under the team total.
Yeah.
I did take the Cougars money line. Okay, so coming up here, we got
Rob, Steve, Corey in the chat. What's good, fellas?
Oh,
I'm gonna live bet the Warriors tonight for sure. Get a good low number.
Yeah, that makes sense.
14, so, but I mean, shit.
I don't hate that.
Team total Warriors over under 117.
The Warriors are pretty good at this whole basketball thing.
And Heater on back-to-backs, right? Miami.
I cannot believe I pushed that Memphis game. That sucks.
What, the Memphis game?
Yeah, it's just one of those games where you have no business losing or pushing, whatever. It's just terrible. So, still sitting at 3-2 on the year.
You capped it right. You got to push, so
Yeah, they were up. They were up 15, 10 minutes to go in the game. Everything was going well, and then they just shit the bed, and we end up pushing. Couldn't get a rebound the last 2 minutes. It was amazing. Let's get this Houston game home. Up 5 with the ball.
3 minutes to go.
Yep. (22-1). And only ranked 12th in the country because they don't play anybody.
Oh, Houston? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say something about Gonzaga, but Gonzaga actually has played some people this year, so
yeah, because they realize they have to put some really solid players in the schedule. Yeah, what's up, Steve? Yeah, you're right. That wasn't a bad call. We got hosed.
What on the Memphis game? I mean, it's not that bad. It's a push.
Yeah, it's a push. Yeah, that's true. We just had no business being a push. That's all. We're still up about a unit. So
it'd be worse if he lost by a half. If it was.
Yeah, Joe must have he must have saw it late because it was 7.5 later. The overnight was 6.5 too. I should have pulled the trigger and sent it out then, but I didn't. I got it at 7, and that half point ended up being the difference.
Well, looks like Valparaiso is going to shit the bed on me. Yeah, thanks, guys.
You bet. Bree.
What? I have a +3 on the second half, so they were up by 2 at halftime. So basically,
oh, okay.
If they lose by 1, I push.
Yep. +5.5. You take Stanford,
Oregon?
Yep.
Stanford, the line was like 5.
The money line's moved up to 215 now. I might actually take Stanford on a little sprinkle Stanford on the money line.
Yeah.
I mean, Oregon's not that good, but so I'm busy watching the end of this Valparaiso Loyola game because I like torture. I like pain. I'm a sadist, apparently. Wow, the Sixers.
I bet Houston on.
Holy shit!
I took Houston money line too, pre-game.
I gotta increase the brightness to look like I'm like in a shadow on the picture. Increase the brightness somehow on my on the video.
Yeah, this Valparaiso place going down in flames. So just put a bullet in me. Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you look at any Champions League for Tuesday?
No.
You haven't looked at the Champions League on Tuesday? Come on, man. It's the knockout stage.
I know how dare I?
I mean, seriously, how could he not?
Honestly, you the boys in the chat and you are talk about soccer. I'm not going to sell anybody on
the people who
I'm not going to sell anybody what is it, a package of goods that I don't know that I'm good at. I would be talking out of my ass if I started bringing up Champions League.
Good point, Corey. Houston's not pulling away here. But minute 15 to go, up by 5.
He's right, though. Absolutely everything they could do to keep them in the game, they're keeping them in the game.
Lions run on close at 4.5 before tip off. So,
man, the Lakers got smoked. How do you score 120 points and you're still going to lose by more than 20? Like, does anybody play defense in the NBA anymore?
No.
That is outrageous.
But you knew that.
Wonder what LeBron's numbers were for that game too.
Probably absurd.
Yeah, check right now.
Houston's up by 5.
Yeah. With like a minute. Go. I think they're going to the free throw line maybe too. I could be wrong. They're minus 1550 on the money line. 6,000 wins you 4,000. 400, I mean.
Well, you want to do it?
No.
Yeah, that'd be outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron 18 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists.
Oh, that's quiet.
Yeah. That's what hurt them. Hurt our second half. Lakers win the second half bet.
A quiet
Kuzma
game.
with 39 points.
Kuzma
continues to play well.
He's a beast. Love him as a young player. I was talking to Steve about sending out. I should have sent out the Houston game too, man. At least we would have went 1-0-1 if they end up getting it done here.
Yeah, well, I tweeted out that Oral Roberts play earlier, so I'm happy about that. It looked like I think Steve tailed it. Steve must have followed me on Twitter, so. I don't know. But you know me, I love betting Summit League. I think I'm probably the only person in the world who pays that much attention to the Summit League.
There's a lot of soft spots in the Summit League, though.
There is. Yeah, like, there's – you're right. Yeah, I think most of those smaller conferences, if you want, you should just specialize in a small conference because they all have soft spots. Not like the ACC or the Big 12 or the Big 10, you know. But those smaller conferences, if you specialize on them, you can fucking they're a gold mine.
There's a good chance if Omaha plays tomorrow and the total is realistic, I'll be on the over.
Let me see. Omaha, I don't think Omaha plays tomorrow.
No.
I'll have to look it up. But yeah, the total was real low in that Oral Roberts game. It was like 141.5, and it's one of the lowest totals I've seen all year for a Summit League game. And I'm like, you cannot put a total at 141.5 on Summit League because none of those teams in that conference play any defense. I mean, like if that total was 150, I would have laid off, but I like 141.5. That's a snap bet. Like, how are you going to line a game with South Dakota at 141.5 when literally their last game went over 200 points?
East Carolina is up 24-15, and you could still get them at plus 200 money line right now.
Jesus. Wasn't Joe on them plus the points?
Yeah, he's got them plus 12.5.
That's nice call.
Very solid.
That's great. That line was enough for me to stay off South Florida. But I never thought about actually taking East Carolina.
Yeah, way to shit the bed, Valparaiso, you bag of cunts.
Isn't there some award show tonight?
How the hell would I know? I don't watch award shows.
Like the Oscars or the Grammys, some kind of shit's on tonight.
If the Oscars was on, I'd have lines for it. I don't have lines for the Oscars. So I would have to say that's a no.
Oh, I have Oscar lines, though.
Oh, yeah? What do you have for Best Picture?
Oh, but it's not until February 24th, so tonight must be the Grammys. Best Picture.
Oh, yeah, I don't pay attention.
Best Picture Roma is minus 340.
Minus 340 for that Netflix movie?
Heavy favorite. Green Book is the second closest at plus 350.
Wow, I never even heard of Green Book. I heard of Roma, though. I heard it was really good.
Oh, I heard of Green Book. It did well at the Golden Globes.
Okay. What about Best Animated Picture? Those are usually easy to predict.
Best Animated Feature, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is minus 700.
Whoa! Holy, what's it up against? Is there like a Pixar movie in there?
Incredibles 2.
Yeah, how are you minus 700 against Incredibles 2?
Ralph Breaks the Internet, Isle of Dogs. There's a lot of good. I watched most of these with my daughter.
So you got two Pixar movies, and you're minus 700 win. Wow, somebody's got some inside knowledge.
Best Actor, Rami Malek, the guy that played Queen, the lead singer of Queen. He's a lock, bro. Minus 370 is actually a good price. On Oscar night, I might slam that.
How is Rami Malek like?
He won.
I heard that movie wasn't even that good.
I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Was it? I gotta see that. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Was this just like a weak year for movies or something?
I don't know, but Rami Malek won the Golden Globe for Best Actor. I cannot see a possible way he loses that. Best Actress, Glenn Close is minus 430.
Jesus, isn't he like the most nominated person to never win?
I don't know.
Minus. The Grammys. Yeah, it's the Grammys on. I'm sorry, but I just don't care about the Grammys because I haven't watched any. I seriously have not watched, or not watched, but like I don't listen to like any of the new music because I think it's all terrible. So I haven't even heard of most of these people.
Yeah, it is. I agree with that. Music nowadays is rock and roll, any style. It's just not what it was in the 80s, 90s, even going back to the 60s.
Is there any possible way that Lady Gaga song doesn't win Best Song for that movie? Minus 4,000 she is.
Jesus
minus
Christ.
4,000?
For one song?
Yeah, for Shallow.
Wow.
From A Star Is Born.
Wow. That's not even worth putting in a parlay.
I know.
Are we really handicapping the Oscars right now?
Bro, me and you, we handicap everything, Ant. We'll be right in a year and a half from now. We will be ride or die on that 2020 election.
Oh, I know, and you know what's terrible is if the Democrats nominate who I think they might wind up. Oh, by the way, your Houston bet won, so quit your bitching.
Oh, did they?
The Democrats.
We got that one.
Yeah,
Sweet.
if the Democrats nominate who I think they might nominate, I might have to hold my nose and place a bet on Trump. Because they'll probably make Trump like plus 500 or something.
Who do you think they're going to nominate? Kamala Harris?
Oh God! If they do, yeah, she's just
I think right now
Hillary. Besides the fact that Kamala Harris is black,
right now
they're the exact same.
If I'm setting odds right now, I set her as the favorite.
to win the presidency or win the nomination?
No, to win the Democratic nomination. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Honest, it's.
I can see. She's from California. She's from out here. I can see that. And an African American woman to be a presidential.
But the wild card's Bernie. It depends on how they react to him the second time around.
Well, here's the thing: if Bernie runs, or if Bernie decides to like support Tulsi Gabbard, I mean, those are really good wild cards. Because here's the problem with the Democrats: like the Republicans run towards their base. You know what I mean? So when the Republicans are like, you know, we're anti-abortion, we're, you know, anti-taxes, let's deregulate, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff, they never shy away from it. They run towards their base. The Democrats run away from their base. Like 90% of Democrats in polls support Medicare for all, and you can't get any of these people to pin down that they're for Medicare for all.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like 90% of your base believes in this policy, and you ask Kamala Harris, you ask Cory Booker, like, hey, do you believe in Medicare for all? And they're like, well, maybe, I'm not for sure, why not? And then if they get a little bit of pushback about it, they're like, well, you know, maybe affordable health care for all. I don't know about this Medicare for all thing. It's like you're running away from your base. So you get like a Bernie, or if Tulsi Gabbard, she's like way more progressive than any of those other ones. You get them in there, it could be game over, because
I'll tell you right.
Flip the tables on them.
I'll tell you right now, Ant. In terms of the general election, if the owner of Starbucks is really serious and he really does run, Trump is going to sail into the White House.
Oh my God, that owner from what a fucking putz. What is he for? He just goes up there and says, I want to run as an independent, and he can't afford anything, and I'm against everything.
Well, he's a big fan of coffee.
What a way to it's like, what a way to rally the troops there, buddy. Yeah, that guy's a joke. That guy ain't winning shit.
Michael Bloomberg was like, I decided not to run so I wouldn't guarantee Trump the presidency. He basically said the owner of Starbucks is a complete idiot if he runs.
I don't care about the whole guaranteeing Trump the presidency thing. I just think the guy's you just look at his interviews where he's like talking. He's not appealing to anybody. Who the fuck are you appealing to in those interviews where you just talk about everything you're against? And
probably whoever's right down the middle. Right down the middle. No
one's right down the middle, though.
Yeah,
not as anyone who's right down the middle.
Not anymore.
Nobody's right down the middle. Like you might be like really right wing on some issues or really left wing on other issues, and then they'll go bounce that out and they'll claim you're right down the middle. But no one's right down the middle on health care. No one's right down the middle on abortion. No one's right down the middle.
Trump is setting the stage. He's setting the stage to make late term abortion that's going to be more important than a normal election. It's very important for Republicans on any election, but I think he's going to slam it because what New York did and what Virginia did. I think he's going to slam it.
Yeah, if you want to get the Republican base riled up, definitely, him talking about abortion. Like nothing gets them foaming at the mouth to vote for you more than being anti-abortion. They are solid on that one.
Now they keep spreading this word I've never heard around infanticide.
Infanticide is baby murder.
The mass murder of babies, I guess.
No, infanticide is
the third trimester. Is technically killing a baby in third trimester, correct?
I guess. I don't know.
I think it's subject to debate, yeah.
When it comes to social issues, this is my motto. Do you.
Well, I want to handicap the election, not talk about our own personal politics.
No, I'm just saying.
About the politics of the people running.
I'm just talking about in general, do whatever you want with your body. Fuck whoever you want with your body. Marry whoever you want with your body. Like, just do you and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
that's my motto.
Most people are like that. I just think, like, if you want to handicap this election, I seriously think if you just look at the issues, I absolutely 100% think that if Bernie gets behind Tulsi Gabbard, she would be a real dark horse to win.
What if Bernie gets behind Bernie? Do you think he wins the nomination?
Yeah.
He was
probably.
so close.
They're going to do everything in their power to stop it from getting the nomination. But I think he does because he's a populist. You know, how did Trump get the nomination? How did Trump butt-fuck 17 Republicans for that nomination? Because he was a populist. You know? And it's the same thing with, Bernie and then, to a lesser degree, Tulsi Gabbard and to another degree, like Elizabeth Warren. They're populists.
Why is Elizabeth Warren even running at this point?
Like policy-wise, I think she's the smartest of them. It's like that whole Native American thing.
The whole Native American thing, that's not going to go away. She's cooked. It's over before it starts.
That just won't go away. And I feel bad for her, too, because, she's from Oklahoma originally. I mean,
she moved to Massachusetts.
But my point is, you can't throw a rock in Oklahoma without hitting a white person who believes that they're part Indian.
I thought she was always from Massachusetts.
Nah, she's originally from Oklahoma.
I don't know, but it's going to be just like it was interesting to see in 2016, 2015, all the Republican the debates with all those people on the stage. It's going to be really interesting to see all those Democrats go at it.
Well, yeah, especially when you got people like Cory Booker and Kamala Harris backtracking on Medicare for All, and then you're going to have people like Bernie and because that's going to be the litmus test for the Democratic nomination. I think they're so beholden to their donors because their donors don't want healthcare. They want the status quo, so they're so beholden to their donors that they can't just come out and run on it.
Well, 185 million people get privatized insurance, and they like it. Most of them like it.
They like it until they get sick. How many? It's not very hard to find somebody with privatized insurance, and then they keep getting everything denied by the insurance company. They need an MRI, but they can't get the MRI because the insurance company doesn't want to pay for it, so the insurance company wants to nickel and dime them for other bullshit. I mean, we are the only country we're the only developed country in the world with this healthcare system.
Oh, I know.
So the idea that we anyways, whatever. We're talking about politics too much, but still.
Well, in Canada, the healthcare for all, and you got to wait 2 weeks or a month to go in and get your check and get your visit with the doctor in Canada.
Is that true?
Yeah, they healthcare for all. Anyone in the Canada chat? Everyone has healthcare, and you got to wait a month, or unless it's a major thing, then you get immediate doctor care. But otherwise, they book you an appointment. You got to wait a month to go see a doctor.
People are not dying in the streets in Canada waiting for a doctor.
Well, if you have a serious condition, they'll
and you talk about Canada, it's not just Canada. It's every other country: England, France, Scotland, Portugal, Spain, Norway, Finland.
They all have government-run insurance, right?
Just run down the list of every European country. Done. Australia, New Zealand, Japan, every single country that's developed out that is not the United States has some form of government-run healthcare system.
When do they start doing? Yeah, when do they start up the Democratic primaries? When's the first primary debate? A year out? How long? How long out?
The debates will be at the end of the year because I'm pretty sure Iowa is going to have their caucus at some point in January. So you're going to have debates probably in November and December leading into the caucuses.
Okay.
I would imagine. Yeah. It's definitely going to be entertaining.
Oh, yeah. Sure. 100%. Eastern Carolina is still up 8.
Yeah, you're going to have like Beto. Oh, okay. Like people keep talking about Beto O'Rourke running. That guy would be a terrible person to run.
He hasn't even won a statewide election. He's going to run for
president.
president.
I know, but everyone's, hey, that Beto O'Rourke guy who lost to Ted Cruz, wouldn't he be a great candidate to go up against Trump?
Like the mayor, that mayor from South Bend, Indiana.
There's a mayor from Indiana running?
He's the youngest person to run for. He would be the youngest president ever, and he would be the first gay president ever.
Okay. I had no idea there was a guy from Indiana running for president. What's his odds? 10,000 to 1?
A cajillion to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. God, what would the lines be? I can't wait to see what the lines are. I really do want to bet on this election.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that yet on FanDuel. Oh, the Notre Dame Georgia Tech game tipped 6-5. 5 minutes gone by in the first half.
Good to see Mike Singletary on the sideline for the Birmingham.
Oh
yeah, didn't he coach? He coached the 49ers, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I gotta go, guys.
Amos can't do it. They said can't do it.
It's just after 5 o'clock here, and I gotta head to the store, grab some dinner, and I got to be up at 3 a.m. So
yeah, go ahead, bro. We'll probably get off in a couple minutes and then maybe go back on later. I'm not sure. I got shit to do over here too.
All right. See you later. It was fun, guys.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Five Dimes has the politics props up, so the bets. So.
Oh yeah. For the presidency or for the nominations?
Yeah, like Trump to win the Republican nominee minus 215. You know.
Wow, that's cheap.
If he keeps the economy going like that, that's a lock. Minus 215 right now.
He's a lock to win the nomination. There's no way he loses that.
Look at the stock market. Look at the economy. We have more people. There's more jobs available than people that are on unemployment right now. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and preach Trump, but I'm just saying.
That's a great price, though.
We have a very good economy right now. Yeah, minus 215. Yep.
Yeah, that's a great price. You think East Carolina is going to win this game? South Florida is considerably better than them.
Yeah, I'm watching a little bit of this AAF right now. Now they're doing a booth review, and I don't have the audio on, but the guy's talking about, obviously right now, they show the guy, doing the booth review, and he's talking about it, if it's a catch or not.
What channel is that on?
Let's see here. CBS CS.
Oh, okay. CBS Sports Net.
Yep, 2 feet down, possession. Looks like a catch to me. How can they not? Why would they even challenge that right there? Calling the field, that's a completed pass right there.
It's fun to have some kind of football to watch after the NFL's over.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely makes it a little bit better.
That Iowa game went up a half point. They're 10.5-point favorites now.
And also Golden State went down to 13.5.
Be good, Rob. We're going to be getting out of here in a minute, too. It was just fun to pop on for a couple hours today. We'll wait till the South Florida game, like 4 minutes left in the first half. So what do you got? What are you going to do? You're going to live bet Golden State?
Yeah, try to get a low number on them. I'm not going to take the Heat. That's for damn sure. They could easily get blown out by 16, 18. So maybe Heat goes on a run and bet it in game, get the lowest number I can. Maybe down like 10, 9 if it gets there. But it probably won't get there, though.
And you have you took the Northwestern under, right, with me.
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm also on the plus 5.5 with Stanford.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hop on that too. NASCAR starts next week, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, I print a lot of NASCAR schedules for my customers. We got to get them out the door tomorrow, get them mailed, because they bitch if they get them after the Daytona 500. The Daytona 500 is next weekend, isn't it? Or is it the week after?
Yeah, no, next weekend, I think.
Next weekend, yeah.
Yeah. What do you make? T-shirts?
NASCAR magnetic schedules, the 4x6 magnets.
Oh, that's cool.
Put on there like race on down to, Jay's Auto Repair.
Yeah.
Another good slogan is our pit crew works overtime for you. Another good slogan that they put on our NASCAR schedules, for help businesses advertise the magnets that they hand out.
That's cool.
So live bet that
the Golden
South
State.
Florida? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing you're gonna do. I'm gonna live bet the Warriors. Try to get the lowest number that I can. I didn't touch the East Carolina game, but see now they're minus 135 money line. They're up 12. They might win this game outright.
Yeah, East Carolina minus 1.5, minus 126.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Up by 10.
Minus 1.5. I got minus 105.
On the Pirates?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone going down.
Tomorrow, Virginia, North Carolina. That's going to be a good game, man. Kansas, TCU tomorrow. That's going to be a good game. I only see 3 games tomorrow. That can't be right.
Yeah, let's see. Tomorrow, let's see here. One thing I want to ask you about the baseball futures win the World Series. Taking a look at that real quick here. Maybe we see the Astros regress back to who they were 2 years ago. But getting past the Red Sox or Yankees to win the World Series is going to be tough.
But yeah, both of those teams. Boston, that lineup is so good.
Yeah. And good pitching and everything. Kimbrel's still unsigned too. Craig Kimbrel. It's unbelievable. He's still throwing gas, still throwing 95. He's unsigned too. Yeah, unbelievable. We'll find out next couple days, where Harper and where Machado's going to go. And Craig Kimbrel's still unsigned. And Mike Moustakas is also unsigned, third baseman. So it'll be interesting to see where the dominoes fall.
I can tell you where they're not going to go, the Mets.
They still paying Bonilla? Is that Bonilla contract finally done? Or?
Yeah, I think they're still paying him $1 million a year, man. I think they're still paying that guy.
Smartest contract in baseball, Bobby Bonilla. Incredible. Does the Mets have money tied up, or what's the deal with the Mets?
They just don't spend. They're cheap. They're in New York, and they're cheap, and they don't spend money. And
who's the owner of the Mets? It's
Jeff Wilpon. I'm going to be interested to watch that Virginia North Carolina game tomorrow at 7. That should be a fun game. I got right now. I'm showing. Okay. I don't have a line for it. I got Virginia, North Carolina, Kansas, TCU, and Portland State, Sacramento State. I don't have anything else up yet.
I got Stanford, Oregon. Well, excuse me. No, that's tonight.
Yeah, that's tonight.
Yep, I got the same 3 up right now as well. Yep.
Oh, Steve's got some Norfolk State, Florida A&M, Howard Bethune-Cookman, Maryland Eastern Shore, NC-A&T. Got to get the Yahoo mobile sports app. Yeah, I'll look into that. I have the Action app. They're probably all on the Action app. I'm just too lazy right now. Are they at the half yet? Is that the score, 39-28 at the half?
Yeah, half.
All right, before we go, I just want to take a quick look at the NBA. So we got the Magic and Hawks today. Atlanta's a 1-point favorite, and Miami Heat, Golden State. I got 13 right now.
I dropped a full point. Yeah.
Total is 220. The Heat aren't very good, though, are they?
Is anyone sitting for the Warriors? I mean, a full point, taking the Heat plus 14. That's kind of crazy there. Let's see what we got here.
The Heat are 8th in the East, 3 games under 500. They're not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Warriors caught their stride, man. They're 39-15. Fucking people up. 20
Especially
and
Boogie
7.
Cousins. Fresh. Boogie Cousins fresh, ready to play basketball. Makes them that much more better.
20 and 7 at home this year. All right, guys. We're going. We're going to be out. Tomorrow or Tuesday, one of these days, we'll definitely be back. See what's your schedule tomorrow, Chris?
Monday, probably jump on. Yep.
All right, sweet. So it'll probably at least be me and Chris, maybe Chris, Anthony, and I. So until then, Chris, sure. I'll talk to you tomorrow, brother. Thanks for hanging out, Steve.
Get some more winners. All right. Thanks,
later.
guys. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it, everyone. Thank you.
Yep. We love you. Later, guys.